Here it was September, and I hadn't had an overlanding adventure since April due to taking care of family matters. I asked my youngest daughter, Chloe, if she'd like to join me and explore some of the region around her home in Albuquerque, and she would. So I picked her up on midday Friday, and we headed off to the west to explore El Malpais National Monument, and over the next 2 days, Chaco Culture National Historical Park and the Bisti De-Na-Zin Wilderness. On the way out to Albuquerque, I traveled mostly back roads, crossing into New Mexico from the Oklahoma Panhandle and spending the night in Clayton, New Mexico. Hey everybody, welcome to day one of New Mexico explorations. As you can see, I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and I'd like to introduce my daughter Chloe. And she lives here in Albuquerque, and I've come to pick her up, and we were going to drive out to El Malpais National Monument, which is near Grants, New Mexico. It's about an hour west of Albuquerque along I-40. We're going to spend a little bit of time down there. So, my daughter is used to driving a manual transmission vehicle. I don't know if you heard that shift or not. And she used to kid me that when I first bought the Jeep, and she was a brand new driver at the tender age of 16, she had more experience driving the Wrangler than I did off-road. And that was true because I was always out taking pictures as the Wrangler was being used, and she was the one that was always driving. Well, looks like we've got a little bit of construction up ahead. We're not very far from where we intend to go.
Westbound, right lane sold, left lane open.
El Malpais National Monument is a primeval volcanic landscape sculpted by a series of eruptions over the past 60,000 years and as recently as 1,200 years ago. These eruptions created a fantastic geologic wonderland of cinder cone volcanoes, lava tube caves, and some of the longest and youngest basaltic lava flows on the continent. Ancestors of today's Puebloans and Navajo found the area full of life. They ventured deep into the lava fields for water, often in the form of ice stored year-round in lava tube caves, and to hunt animals such as bighorn sheep, which once thrived here. You look over there about 1:30, you see those sandstone pillars over there? That's Sandstone Bluff. We're going to drive up, not on top of the pillars, but on top of that slanted formation, just to the left of it. Oh, slower.
What was the point of a vehicle like this if I could go slow?
If it wasn't so short a drive, I'd air down, but we're going to be right back out on pavement in a few minutes. This is the view from Sandstone. Looking from 200 vents in the direction the camera's pointed right now. nice little butte that we passed over here on the ride. It's just up here on the left. So, nice view of La Ventana Arch. I wonder what La Ventana means.
It's a window?
Window. There must be a hiker on the Continental Divide Trail right there. I like these views where you can see in the distance like this. You see all these individual peaks. So pretty. And we are turning on County Road 42. C-42 is impassable when wet. Entering when wet is highly discouraged. Road appears drivable at entrance but gets worse as you travel. So Boulder County will not be responsible for you getting stuck out here.
I guess I should just keep the speed.
Yeah.
The last thing you want to do is get stuck in that.
You might want to pull over and let him just ride past you. Easier for him. Those guys that are out here on them bicycles and hiking too, I got a lot of respect for them.
These took the spark on a road like this.
Yeah,
Like Miriam and Scott were very worried.
I can understand that.
But like once you're 3 miles up it, your only option is to keep going. Are out because there's probably a bunch of insects out too.
Yeah, I'm sure you're right. Best one yet. You know, another thing too that I was thinking about earlier today before I picked you up.
Yeah.
It's so clear today. You can see forever.
Yeah. Roadrunner.
Yeah. Yeah, Roadrunner.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It sure was. Primitive road, four-wheel drive, or high clearance vehicle recommended.
This is more like the road to Chaco. I'm curious to see what you think about this road to Chaco.
It's getting better and better. Every description you give me is getting better and better.
It was very rough. I mean, like, I was very worried. I don't think it was like as many gaps as this, but like here, this is the same.
Now notice the sign over there, hiking and camping are permitted. Okay. And so I had done some measurements, and there was one small area in here that was the required half mile from whatever the restricted places were. I don't remember exactly how it's worded on the instructions. And I was wondering, they permit you to camp there?
Restroom?
Yeah,
Hey, I think
that's what it is.
Yeah.
I believe this must be where the lava is. Yeah, that would be nice to know if this is a camp area. They don't say so on their instructions. Or at least not that I've come across it. We stopped at the lava tubes parking area and began the hike out. However, though very well marked with frequent large rock cairns, the trail across the lava field was much rougher than we anticipated, and the sun was low on the horizon. We decided it would be best to hike to that area on a later trip and headed back to the Jeep.
I guess everyone is required to walk through the hiking rocks at the accumulation station before and after entering the caves. That's where you're supposed to get the permit from.
We are leaving the lava tubes area. We hiked out a little ways, and it's a very, very rugged trail over the lava rock. The sun was starting to go down, and we figured we still had probably 3-4 times as much hiking to do, and decided to go ahead and turn around rather than risk getting caught out there with the sun going down. It was a lot more fun when the clouds were blocking that bright sun. This wasn't really a mess there for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah. Somebody had to bring out a tractor. Somebody got really stuck.
Yeah.
I saw the tractor treads where they were parking it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
As far left as you can get without
You
getting
need that much extra. It wasn't too bad. It was actually
bad at all.
firm.
Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I've never seen so many lenticular clouds like that. It had been a good day exploring El Malpais. Our day was cut short by the hour stuck in traffic at the construction zone. That meant we skipped some planned hikes. But that gives us a reason to return. For now, we'd spend the night glamped at the KOA and nearby grants. We look forward to tomorrow when we drive through Cibola National Forest to Chaco Cultural National Historic Park. Now the red light's blinking. I shouldn't look for that. I thought I did hit the record button. All right. Well, we didn't record. Take 2.
That's right.
Hey everybody, welcome to day one of New Mexico Explorations.